Imagine, just for a moment, living a life where your inner peace remains untouched by the chaos swirling around you. A life where insults, challenges, and the external world's turmoil hold no power over your state of mind. Doesn't that sound incredible? And guess what? This isn't just a dream but a reality you can cultivate through the profound teachings of Buddhism. Today, we embark on a journey to explore 10 transformative Buddhist principles that can guide us toward this serene and resilient state of mind, allowing us to navigate life's complexities with grace and wisdom. Principle: trust the process and let go of control. At the very heart of Buddhist philosophy lies the deep and liberating concept of non-attachment. As the Buddha insightfully taught, the root of suffering is attachment. This principle taps into the very human desire to control the outcomes of our lives, to hold tightly onto specific people, things, and results. And yet, how often does reality diverge from our expectations, leaving us disappointed and heartbroken? To trust the process means embracing life's flow with an open heart, recognizing that the universe has its own rhythms and that our attempts to control it often lead to more harm than good. Picture yourself as a leaf carried by a river. If you struggle against the current, you exhaust yourself to no avail. But if you surrender to the flow, you move effortlessly, guided by the natural course of the water. What a relief, right? This isn't about passively resigning to fate but rather actively engaging with life, doing our best in every situation, and then releasing our grip on the outcome. By letting go of rigid expectations, we free ourselves from anxiety and stress, allowing life to unfold as it is meant to. This practice of non-attachment, so central to Buddhist thought, nurtures a deep inner peace, teaching us to trust in life's process and accept events with calm equanimity. Principle: the power of acceptance. In the grand tapestry of existence, few things are as liberating as the power of acceptance. This principle, deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings, encourages us to embrace life as it is, without resistance or judgment. The Buddha's wisdom, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be, captures the essence of this practice beautifully. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or lacking ambition. Instead, it's about recognizing the impermanent nature of all things and fully engaging with the present moment. Imagine a river flowing through various terrains, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent. The river doesn't resist its path, it flows naturally, accepting the obstacles and changes in its course. How serene! When we accept situations and people as they are, we release ourselves from the suffering that comes from trying to change what is beyond our control. This doesn't mean we stop striving for better, rather, we do so from a place of peace and clarity, knowing that our efforts are part of the process, but the outcomes are not entirely in our hands. Acceptance allows us to conserve our energy for positive actions, instead of wasting it on futile resistance. It enables us to face life's challenges with a calm mind, turning every situation into an opportunity for growth and learning. And oh, the joy that comes from accepting others, flaws and all. We cultivate compassion, empathy, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. When fully embraced, this principle reduces our suffering and enhances our ability to live serenely, no matter the external circumstances. Principle: no one can hurt you without your consent. One of the most empowering teachings in Buddhism is the understanding that no one can truly harm us unless we allow them to. The Buddha's words, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path," are a powerful reminder of the autonomy we possess over our inner world. In life, we encounter many who may try to hurt us with their words or actions. But here's the truth. The impact of these attempts lies not in the external act but in our internal response. Imagine a tree standing firm in the face of a fierce storm. The wind may howl, the branches may sway, but the tree remains rooted, unmoved by the external forces. Similarly, when we cultivate inner strength and resilience, we become like that tree, unshaken by others' attempts to disturb our peace. This principle teaches us that while we can't control others' actions, we can absolutely control our response to them. By developing a strong sense of self and cultivating inner peace through mindfulness and meditation, we build a fortress around our soul that is impervious to external harm. What a revelation! This understanding empowers us to take full responsibility for our well-being rather than blaming others. It gives us the freedom to choose our reactions, to maintain our tranquility, and to live a life unburdened by negativity. Principle: transform everyone into a teacher. In the vast expanse of human interaction, every encounter holds the potential for growth and learning. Buddhism teaches us to view every person we meet as a teacher, a concept that resonates deeply with the philosophical tradition of seeking wisdom in all experiences. The Buddha's insight: when you take care of yourself, you take care of others. When you take care of others, you take care of yourself, highlights the interconnectedness of all beings. Each interaction, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity to learn something valuable about ourselves and the world around us. Consider the person who treats us with kindness. Through them, we learn about compassion and the impact of gentle words and actions. And when we encounter someone who challenges us with their unkindness, that's our chance to practice patience, empathy, and forgiveness. Even the most difficult encounters become our greatest teachers, helping us grow and evolve as individuals. By adopting the mindset that everyone we meet has something to teach us, we stay open to life's lessons, no matter where they come from. This perspective fosters humility, as we recognize that wisdom isn't confined to any one source but is woven into every human experience. It also strengthens our resilience, as we learn to see challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities for personal and spiritual growth. What an enriching way to view the world! Principle: transform insults and offenses. In Buddhist philosophy, the power of an insult doesn't lie in the words themselves but in the significance we give them. Just as a pond ripples when a stone is thrown into it, so do our minds ripple with disturbance when faced with insults and offenses. However, just like the pond eventually returns to stillness, so too can our minds return to peace if we choose not to hold on to the disturbance. Isn't that comforting? Buddha's profound analogy, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, illustrates the futility of harboring resentment. Anger, when held within, corrodes our inner peace, while the person who caused the offense remains unaffected. To understand this is to realize that the true harm of an insult lies not in the words but in our attachment to them. Imagine each insult is merely a reflection of the offender's inner turmoil, a projection of their own struggles rather than a truth about us. When we view these moments through the lens of compassion, we recognize that the negativity directed at us often has little to do with our own worth and everything to do with the other person's pain. By choosing to let go of the offense, we reclaim our peace, allowing the ripples in our mind to fade and stillness to return. This practice not only preserves our tranquility but also fosters a deeper sense of compassion and understanding for those who may be struggling with their own inner battles. How powerful is that? Principle: be strict with yourself but tolerant of others. The pursuit of personal excellence is a noble endeavor, requiring self-discipline and a commitment to growth. But here's the catch: Buddhism teaches us that this rigor must be balanced with tolerance for others' faults and imperfections. The Buddha's wisdom: you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection, reminds us of the need for balance in our approach to self-improvement. Being strict with oneself means holding oneself to high standards, continually striving for personal growth and improvement. This discipline is crucial for developing strong character and self-respect. But when we apply the same strictness to others, we risk becoming harsh and judgmental. And that's where the problem lies. Each individual is on their unique journey, and their path may not align with ours. By being tolerant of others, we cultivate empathy and understanding, recognizing that everyone is at a different stage of personal development. This tolerance allows us to build stronger relationships, grounded in mutual respect and compassion, rather than judgment and criticism. This principle encourages us to focus on our growth, striving for excellence in our actions and thoughts, while practicing patience and understanding with those around us. In doing so, we create a harmonious balance between personal development and nurturing our relationships with others. Isn't that what we all strive for? Principle: living according to nature. To live in accordance with nature is to align oneself with the fundamental rhythms of the universe. In Buddhist philosophy, this principle reflects the understanding that life is interconnected and our well-being is tied to the natural world. The Buddha's words, "Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, man cannot live without a spiritual life," remind us of the importance of living in harmony with the natural order. Nature, with its cycles of growth, decay, and renewal, offers profound lessons about the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things. By observing the changing seasons, we are reminded that life is a continuous process of transformation, where each ending is also a beginning. When we embrace these natural rhythms, we align our lives with the universe's flow, leading to a balance and harmony that modern life often disrupts. Imagine waking with the sunrise and resting as the sun sets, eating seasonal foods, and spending time in nature to rejuvenate the mind and body. These practices ground us in the present moment, fostering a deep connection with the world around us. Living according to nature also involves respecting the environment and recognizing our role as stewards of the earth. This respect fosters a sense of responsibility and care for the planet, understanding that our well-being is intrinsically linked to the health of our environment. By reducing unnecessary complexities in our lives and focusing on what is essential, we find peace and contentment less susceptible to modern life's artificial stresses. The simplicity and wisdom of nature teach us to let go of excess, live with purpose and mindfulness, and cultivate a life of peace that resonates with the natural world. Isn't that the essence of true harmony? Principle: transform envy into emulation. Envy is often seen as a destructive force, corroding our sense of self-worth and fostering resentment. But wait, Buddhist philosophy offers a transformative perspective. Envy can be turned into a powerful tool for personal growth through emulation. The Buddha's teaching, "Do not be jealous of others' good qualities, but out of admiration, adopt them yourself," encourages us to view others' success and virtues not as a threat but as inspiration. When we see someone possessing qualities we admire or achieving something we desire, we face a choice: let envy eat away at us or use it as motivation for self-improvement. By shifting our perspective, we can transform envy into a positive force that drives us to grow and develop those qualities within ourselves. This process of emulation not only helps us improve but also allows us to celebrate others' success without feeling diminished. Consider a talented musician or a successful entrepreneur. Instead of allowing envy to create a sense of inadequacy, we can study their methods, learn from their experiences, and apply those lessons to our own lives. In doing so, we turn what could be a negative emotion into a constructive pathway for personal development. By focusing on emulation rather than envy, we maintain a positive outlook, free from the negativity of comparisons, and stay centered on our journey of growth. How empowering is that? Principle: ethical living as the foundation of serenity. Ethical living isn't just a moral obligation, it's the very foundation upon which a peaceful and harmonious life is built. The Buddha's profound teaching, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become," reminds us of the power of our thoughts and actions in shaping our reality. In Buddhism, ethical living is closely tied to the concept of karma, where every action, word, and thought creates ripples that eventually return to us. To live ethically means to align our behavior with the principles of honesty, compassion, and respect for all living beings. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and consistency in our lives, shielding us from the negative consequences of harmful actions. For instance, practicing honesty not only builds trust with others but also fosters a sense of self-respect and inner peace. When our actions are guided by ethical principles, we contribute to creating a just and harmonious world while cultivating a clear conscience free from guilt and regret. Ethical living also involves self-discipline and self-control, qualities essential for navigating the complexities of life with grace and resilience. By avoiding actions that cause harm, such as lying, stealing, or engaging in violence, we protect our mental and emotional well-being, allowing us to remain calm and centered in the face of life's challenges. This commitment to ethical living not only enhances our own lives but also sets a positive example for others, inspiring them to follow a similar path of integrity and virtue. In practicing ethical living, we aren't just following a set of rules, we're embodying values that define who we are and how we interact with the world. These values serve as a compass, guiding us through difficult situations and helping us make decisions in harmony with our highest ideals. By focusing on ethical living, we build a life that is resilient to external influences, one grounded in the principles of truth, compassion, and respect for all beings. Isn't that the essence of a life well lived? Principle: practice gratitude. Gratitude is a practice that, when embraced fully, can transform our entire perspective on life. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a mindset of abundance and contentment. The Buddha's reflection, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little," speaks to the importance of recognizing the small blessings that often go unnoticed. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to become preoccupied with our desires and challenges, overlooking the simple joys and blessings that surround us. Practicing gratitude requires us to pause, reflect, and acknowledge these positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small they may seem. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin, the support of a friend, or the beauty of nature, gratitude invites us to appreciate the richness of our experiences and to find joy in the present moment. Gratitude also acts as a powerful antidote to negativity and stress. By focusing on what is going well in our lives, we are less likely to be consumed by worries or frustrations. This doesn't mean we ignore our problems, rather, we balance them with an awareness of the good, which helps us maintain a more resilient and positive outlook. Over time, practicing gratitude cultivates a mindset more attuned to the positive aspects of life, making it easier to navigate its ups and downs with grace. Moreover, expressing gratitude can strengthen our relationships, fostering a sense of connection and appreciation between people. Whether it's thanking someone for their kindness or simply acknowledging the presence of those we love, these acts of gratitude deepen our bonds and create a more supportive and positive social environment. By integrating gratitude into our daily routine, whether through journaling, meditation, or mindful reflection, we not only enhance our well-being but also contribute to a more compassionate and joyful world. Isn't that a beautiful way to live? Principle: focus on ethical living. Ethical living is central to the Buddhist path, involving a deep commitment to living in alignment with our highest moral values. The Buddha's teaching, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become," underscores the profound connection between our thoughts, actions, and the reality we create. In Buddhism, ethical living is closely tied to the concept of karma, where every action, word, and thought has consequences that shape our future. Living ethically means striving to act with honesty, compassion, and respect in all aspects of our lives. It's about making choices that reflect our commitment to the well-being of others and ourselves. This includes practicing nonviolence, being truthful, showing kindness, and respecting the dignity of all living beings. Ethical living also involves taking responsibility for our actions and understanding that our behavior affects not only our lives but also the lives of others. By living ethically, we create a foundation of integrity that shields us from the negative consequences of harmful actions. This foundation allows us to navigate the complexities of life with a clear conscience, free from the burden of guilt or regret. Ethical living also fosters a sense of inner peace, as we align our actions with our deepest values, creating a harmonious balance between our inner and outer worlds, in addition to personal benefits. Ethical living contributes to the well-being of the larger community. When we act with kindness and respect, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positive behavior that can transform our social environment. By focusing on ethical living, we not only enhance our own lives but also contribute to a more just and compassionate world for everyone. Isn't that a wonderful legacy to leave behind? In a serene monastery nestled high in the mountains, a new disciple approached his master, a venerable monk known for his wisdom and tranquility. The disciple, eager to begin his journey into the teachings of Buddhism, bowed deeply before his master. Disciple, Master, I have traveled far and wide, seeking the truth that will bring me peace. I have heard of your great wisdom and your ability to remain calm in the face of all challenges. Please, teach me the way to achieve this inner peace, Master. Smiling gently, peace, my dear disciple, is not something that can be given or taken away. It is a state of being that one must cultivate from within. You have taken the first step by seeking. But now you must learn the principles that will guide you on this path. Disciple, I am ready to learn, Master. But where do I begin? The world is filled with so many distractions, insults, and challenges. How can I remain unaffected by them, Master? Gesturing to the surrounding mountains, just as these mountains stand tall and unshaken by the winds and storms that pass through them, so too can your spirit remain steady amidst the chaos of the world. But to achieve this, you must understand and embody certain principles, teachings that have been passed down through the ages in our Buddhist tradition. Disciple, listening intently, please, Master, share these teachings with me. How can I, like the mountains, stand firm and unshaken, Master? The journey to inner peace begins with understanding that the mind is the source of all suffering and joy. The teachings I will share with you are like the steps on a path, guiding you towards a life where your inner sanctuary remains untouched by external disturbances. Let me tell you of these principles, one by one, and as you listen, reflect on how they can transform your life. Disciple, I am eager to learn, Master. Please, begin, Master. Nodding, we will start with the concept of acceptance, a powerful tool in the Buddhist path. Acceptance is not about passively surrendering to life's circumstances but about embracing what is with clarity and wisdom. As the Buddha taught, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Through acceptance, we save our energy for positive action, rather than wasting it on resistance. Disciple, but Master, how do I accept things when they seem so difficult or unfair? Master, acceptance does not mean you approve of all things, but that you recognize their presence in your life without letting them disturb your peace. It is like the river that flows around a rock, not trying to move it but finding its way past it. This is just the beginning. As we continue, I will teach you about the other principles that, when practiced together, will guide you to the peace you seek, and so. The Master began to unfold the 10 transformative Buddhist principles, weaving them into the fabric of the disciples' understanding, laying the foundation for a life of inner tranquility.